This is a 6 billion market cap. This is a company that is owned by the Del Rosario for so many years. And the other day, they sold majority of the company to AC Ayala Energy. I think there was a disclosure, 51% yata yan. Now, the reason why we included it, even though the company has been existing for the last 20, 30 years, because for Ayala, we think it's just a startup because it's a 6.5 billion market cap. 2, 3 years ago, they announced also the same thing, Ayala Logistics. They just announced it the other day. They also bought this Philippine Orion. They did a backdoor. It's like a backdoor. They bought it and changed the name to Ayala Logistics. Today, this is not even a backdoor. It's AC Energy. They're writing. These are the power properties of Ayala. AC Energy has about 1,600 megawatts under it's an unlisted company. Under AC. Under AC subsidiary, AC Energy, they're building their power portfolio and decided to buy FINMA Energy. So about 6.5 billion. All right, so we consider it still a startup. Okay, just for you, to have an idea how we look at this news and how we will now process it going to the end of the day. Okay, good? Then we have what we call the young growth. Okay, what is this young growth? When Ayala bought Poppy in 2015, it's the same. It's like a startup, but Poppy owns the Tutuban Mall and owns some properties outside of Manila. So for us, we also classify at that time a startup. Today, when Ayala started injecting all the different assets of Ayala Corporation, now it has created values into the company. So when they announced it, you remember, the prices went up and just stay sideways. Here, it just stay sideways, right? And when they injected at the top again, they injected all the properties of Technopark. Okay? These are just examples for you. Now, what do you think of Ayala Logistics? What thing will happen? Will it start generating cash or not? Nag-inject na siya ng 800 hectares eh. Magkikita ba yan? Hindi. Siyempre kikita yan. Kasi Ayala na eh. Meaning I'm injecting properties already to make sure that Ayala Logistics will do well. They are connecting Tutuban to FTI, building that train, right? The subway and everything, my God. Industrial park. Do you know how many companies are moving from their operations from China to the Philippines to Vietnam because of the China trade war with the US? Have you ever heard that? There was a company that went to see us. It's called Kimpo, K-I-M-P-O. It has huge operations in the Philippines. They're expanding to 15,000 workers. They came here, they wanted to do IPO. BDO Capital brought them to us. Then you know what he shared with me? The CEO from Taiwan came, huge operation in China. I asked him, why the Philippines? Why the Philippines? They've been here since, I think 5 years ago, or almost 10 years na rin. You know what he said? You know, in China, those people are very smart. Very, very smart. Training is very fast. But we cannot keep them for long. What about the Filipinos? We love them. Loyal. Mabagal lang ng konti. But 6 months later, mas magaling na sila sa kanila. At saka loyal sila. Diba? And that's how it is. You have to love the Philippines. That's why people don't understand. I always say this in my talk. Everybody loves the Filipinos except the Filipinos. Umaalis tayo eh. Because we look for opportunities. But in reality, there is so much potential in the next 10 to 20 years. The Philippines is supposed, if the government put their act together. And we're seeing it. The Build, Build, Build program, the subway, it's there. Nandiyan na. Di ba? Sana maayos talaga. Right? And those are the things that we need. We have the right ingredients. And they will continue to expand here in the Philippines to give hope to their engineers, which they're building also, so that they can, that's why they wanted to list their company. And that's what it is. And all of these are what we call probability. We have to believe in what they're doing. We have to believe in the growth of the Philippines, right? And this is, andito na. So is it a startup? Is it a young growth? Is it just starting? Yes or no? It's just starting. Nag-umpisa lang yan. And I'm sure Ayala, all the industrial park of Ayala, one by one will be injected into the company. Because in-identify nila, Ayala Logistics, that's the one they want to promote. So over time, 15 billion market cap lang. Very cheap. But if you are buying it at the wrong time, then you can lose 10, 15, 20%. Right? You see it? So when there is a news, it's always at the peak. That's why it's buy on rumor, sell on the top. Then, of course, if it's a good business, when it pulls back, then you want to be also participating, to be in your portfolio. Okay? Good? So from startup to, what's this? Young growth? Okay, the next one is mega wide. Great people also. No, this is not an Ayala account. This is mega wide. So this is considered also as a young growth for us. The only thing is, of course, this is because of their Cebu. They did the whole Cebu PPP for the government. Huge cash flow for the airport. So this is part of the list we consider as a young growth. The only thing is, of course, the same problem is that they are very aggressive. This great guy, visionary, and also in debt. All right? Also in debt. So you need to look at, that's why we consider it as a young growth, because they're still borrowing a lot of money, expanding, right? So the risk is what? It's a 35 billion market cap now. Where's the market cap? 44 billion market cap. So those are the dangerous part. Meaning, if it's a 44 billion market cap and the interest rate starts shooting up, then it will be a great opportunity when the prices goes down. It's a great opportunity for us to buy it, right? So you need to be mentally prepared. Meaning, we like the company, great people, great business, right? But high debt. When you have a huge debt, what does it mean? Vulnerable. When interest rates goes up, you can see volatility coming in. Okay? So we will always look at it because we like the company. Company is a visionary. The nice thing about them is that they what do they have? They have cash flow. Kasi nagbukas ng airport ng Mactan eh. May cash flow sila. So everything is all about cash flow. If you have a huge cash flow, you can borrow as much as you want, right? Kasi may cash flow ka. But of course, Edgar is a very young visionary, so he has never experienced what we have experienced of 30, 40% when there's a credit crisis. So, pero wala pa naman. But those are the dangerous part when you are going into debt. Always the biggest challenge. But great guy, we love him. Okay? So these are the stocks. In other words, what we're trying to do is mentally preparing you that when it is at a certain valuation, you need to want it to go down also so that you can participate. But these are what we're trying to do is trying to identify this. Okay, these are just what they've been doing for the last couple of years. Positive cash flow, doing well. And the reason why they can borrow, of course, is because of that Mactan Airport PPP that already in operation. Have you been to Cebu? The new airport? Beautiful.